You're listening to Podcast PXN, PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo. Let's do this.
What's up, everyone, and welcome to Podcast PXN, episode 118. I am one of your hosts, Roro, Roshan, aka Roro, and I'm joined over Discord by what was it again? Kentucky's. I almost said Texas. Kentucky's number one Spartan. Dan is DTM, aka Daniel Prindle.
Wait, and since Gage isn't here, can I be the global Spartan? No,
I guess so. I guess so. As well as the host of Large Popcorn and video essayist Christian Macias, aka ISO Christian on Twitter. How are you fellas doing today?
Good.
Jack in, baby.
Yes.
It's Matrix Day.
Jack in.
Just as a reminder, we are live each and every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern on YouTube. Just search Podcast PXN and you shall find us. We're also live on Twitch at twitch.tv/podcastpxn and Twitter as well. The topic of the show is our most anticipated games of 2022. But first, the show always starts off with Quick Bites. So let's go ahead and nibble on some light news. The first one is Tesla is under investigation. We talked about this innovation that Tesla made a little while ago when they first did it, about having screens in the front of the car and it being not such a good idea. Apparently, a lot of people think that as well. I'm reading from GameSpot. As reported by the LA Times, the car company is being investigated by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration following a complaint to the agency that owners can play games while the vehicle is moving. According to the agency and a new document posted to its website, the feature called Passenger Play could distract the driver and increase the risk of a crash, which I could have told you as soon as they decided to develop this thing. But I'm glad that National Highway Traffic Safety Administration is looking into this a little bit more, because obviously there's a lot of irresponsible drivers out there. So having a big screen right next to them is not such a great idea. But I still think it's a cool idea, but just maybe move it a little bit out of the way of the driver and make it actual passenger play where the driver can't interact with it at all.
Or just, lock certain stuff to, when you have to be like in park to access those. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. I think stuff like that already exists, right? In different, like with music and stuff like that in different cars. Or
Yeah, I feel like if you're gonna do this, like the screen would have to like pop out and like turn towards the passenger. Like that's the only way to make it not, intrusive to the driver, I feel like.
Yeah. So hopefully this investigation either helps Tesla come up with a better way to make it less dangerous, or just axe it completely, I guess. But moving on to the next story. Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl appears to be adding crossplay and voice acting to its upcoming updates. Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. Well, that's basically it. That is the quick tidbit there. I don't know if any of us are going to jump into it, but I do remember us talking about this when they announced what was it called again? The WB game. I forget the name. It was really clever.
I think?
Yes, Multiverses. Yes.
Yes.
And they had voice acting, and I was like, Nickelodeon All-Stars kind of missed the mark on that. So I'm glad that they're still, updating the game and adding voice acting. I think that would be a great addition to that and kind of bring a little bit more life to the characters that are in there.
Yeah, cool. Maybe I'll check out the game once it's like it feels more feature complete. Because there's a lot of characters I would still want to like to see in that game. So who knows?
And let's get the original voice actors too. Like make it authentic.
Get Cora's voice actor in there, and I'll be there.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I'll be there. And Toph, yes, heck yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Assassin's Creed Immersive Concert announced for 2022. Fans of Assassin's Creed, especially its many soundtracks, may be pleased to hear that Ubisoft and Overlook Events are launching an immersive concert based on the series, dubbed the Assassin's Creed Symphonic Adventure. The original concert takes players on an orchestral adventure across the franchise. In the past, Overlook Events has organized a well-received Dragon Ball and Saint Seiya Symphonic Adventure. Assassin's Creed Symphonic Adventure follows a similar format, synchronizing a live orchestra and choir with the HD video, lighting, and sound effects. And yeah, this is coming out next year. October 29th is when it's planned. So cool. For any fans of Assassin's Creed, got a nice little musical adventure that you could be looking forward to next year. Hopefully COVID will be a little less in our way and we can enjoy this a bit more. But yeah, and our final quick bite story here is Rockstar is giving away to PC owners of the GTA Trilogy Remaster one of the following games for free: LA Noire, GTA, and you get to choose between these three. I don't think you get all five. You get to choose one. You get LA Noire, GTA 5 Premium Edition, GTA 4 Complete Edition, Max Payne, or Bully Scholarship Edition. So I think that's nice of them to try and soften the blow. Yeah, win back some goodwill to give us one of their free games. GTA Premium Edition, I think that's a really good one to just grab for free.
Hell, I mean, the trilogy costs $60. Give them all of these games. These are all like super old games. Like,
that's true.
I don't know. I would pay for Max Payne 3 again. That game rocks. Or LA Noire. Underrated.
Yeah. I was awful at LA Noire. Like, literally, I'm not kidding you. I think I probably did the worst of anyone that's ever played that game. Every single time I was like, doubt, and they're like, I can't believe you doubted me. I was like, I sucked at that game.
Poor Dan.
Yeah.
Detective life isn't for you.
No.
Well, now that we've gotten through the quick bites and we have, started our appetite, we're going to dive into some more heavier topics with the PXN news of the week. It is light, but we are starting again with some heavier topics with the Ubisoft employee exodus that is happening. Reading from Game Informer, Wesley LeBlanc writes, a new report from Axios details what is reportedly a large exodus happening at Ubisoft. Axios' report about the exodus says colleagues across the company refer to what's happening as the Great Exodus and the cut artery. Those colleagues describe this exodus happening at Ubisoft as something they've never seen before, citing reasons such as low pay, competitive opportunities, frustration at the company's creative direction as of late, and we can all guess why, and the recent scandals surrounding the video game development and publishing company. The report also says that, quote, at least 5 of the top 25 credited people from the company's biggest 2021 game, Far Cry 6, are already gone. Noting that on the Assassin's Creed Valhalla side of things, 12 of the top 50 credited developers from that game have departed as well. So that's it's not great that a bunch of people are leaving the company right now. Ubisoft obviously has been in a bunch of controversies in the past couple of years, but this year for sure as well, with a bunch of workplace misconducts coming to light. Obviously, the NFTs is another bag of fish as well. But what do you guys think about this Ubisoft exodus that's happening over there? Do you think, obviously, some things need to change over there, but do you think that this will spark that change, especially seeing what they are doing as of late with the NFTs and stuff? Dan, I'll start with you.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how this affects, some of their projects coming down the pipeline, because some of their stuff coming up, like the rumored Assassin's Creed game, is supposed to be like an ongoing service type game. So like, obviously that's going to be a lot larger scale. They're going to need a lot of people. Like, obviously these top developers that are leaving Ubisoft right now are leaving for a reason, and the reason is because the culture inside of Ubisoft is not good right now. They haven't really addressed any of the concerns that employees have laid out and dictated and said, like, these are problems that need to be addressed. And to their credit, they're going in and saying, hey, this is not working out for me. You guys are not listening, so I'm going to go to another company that will listen to me, because there's so many other opportunities out there in the game industry right now. I know Microsoft has a ton of openings right now with Bethesda and all of that. Like, there's so many other opportunities that they can go to that would be just better workplace environments for them. So I can't blame them on that side of things. So hopefully this will start to spark a change for Ubisoft and kind of take a step back and look at their company and say, hey, this is what we need to do. Like, we need to start listening better and start making changes that are going to actually, be impactful for the people who want to stay.
Yeah, I think people are just fed up across the board, especially with all the stuff that's happened with Activision Blizzard, and how like we gotten a huge response there. But as far as like things like Ubisoft or even Quantic Dream, like it's kind of silent from people out in the industry or just people just speaking on Twitter. Like we kind of just overlook that. I mean, I say we, like the royal we, I guess. Like we all kind of talked about it, and then people have forgotten about it, and then we move on because games are exciting, right? So I think this is good, and I say that in quotes because like it always sucks when teams, like the people, like suffer because people are leaving. But like, this is good if we want like change to actually happen in the industry. Like we have to hurt studios like where it matters, and this is where it counts. You see stuff like this in outside the game industry too, with the huge Kellogg's strike that happened. I think it was like about like 10 days or 2 weeks or so, and look what happened there. They were able to come up with a contract, and their demands were met. So yeah, this stuff like this only leads to good outcomes, in my opinion. So hopefully we're on the precipice of big changes coming in the industry soon.
Definitely. And speaking of, go ahead, go for it.
I have a question for you guys. It's kind of a quick bite because I almost forgot about it, but it's because I have the article open. Game Informer, new logo.
Ooh.
Yes.
How do you feel about it?
Yeah. I like it. I kind of like it. I to be honest, I don't remember what the old one looks like, so I have to go and check.
Yeah,
I miss the old one so much. Yeah, like what an end of an era, man.
Yeah, let me see. I guess it was pretty iconic.
So I like the full text logo better, but I don't like the individual
the GI.
Yes.
I haven't seen what that looks. Oh, I see it. It's the little icon at the top. Okay.
Yeah.
I love the all lowercase fonts, especially on spreads, and then that cool like G. I get like why that one is kind of outdated. You can't really identify it, but otherwise, like I mean, I don't have any problems with the new one either. Just wanted to throw that out there.
Yeah. Now that I'm looking at it, I do prefer the old one, but I don't dislike the new one. I do like it.
Yeah.
But yeah, the old one was cool too.
For sure.
Nothing for me to actually get mad about or anything.
Yeah. But yeah, moving on to the next story. If we have anything to add, please do. I think this one might be, I guess, a little bit different. But the next few stories are kind of more or less the same, but just from different places, unfortunately. Yeah. But this one is kind of different, where it's people who are speaking out about things that they do not want to excuse anymore in the industry, and we are going to Treyarch now. Treyarch says there's no room for sexism, racism, or bullying in its culture. A statement was penned by a woman at Call of Duty Studio fighting for a better future. I'm reading from IGN. Rebecca Valentine writes, Call of Duty Vanguard, a studio Treyarch, has issued a statement saying that the culture has no room for sexist, racist, or bullying behaviors following months of reports about a toxic culture spanning the entirety of Activision Blizzard. The full statement follows. Our goal as a studio is to make awesome games for the world to enjoy. Having the privilege to pursue the endeavor is made possible because of Treyarch's people. We are the studio comprised of smart, talented, world-class creative professionals who seek to perform at our best. Our culture has no room for sexism, harassment, racism, bigotry, discrimination, or bullying. As we move forward, providing a safe, diverse, inclusive working environment so that all may thrive will be our highest priority. Everyone at Treyarch is drawn to game development because we possess a deep love for the artistry of video games and the magic that can create moments that matter. This is a moment that matters, and it's still and it starts by being better. Yes, couldn't have said it better myself. It is so weird to see the Treyarch logo there, but obviously it's penned by the woman there, so the people that are essentially the victims at these establishments most times. So I thought that was really well said, and I hope. And it's so weird because they aren't really the ones who need to make the changes there, but it's good that they are standing up for what they want to see at their workplace. So I think that's really good. But there's so many things that need to. Yeah, Christian, sorry.
No, this is good. This goes right back to what I just said about like voicing your opinion and like trying to make the change that you like that you want to see in the world. I'm accidentally stealing that motto, but like literally trying to make the change that you want to see happen in these studios and in your work life, because as we've seen throughout the year, of course, tons of studios throughout the many years in the past have been home to toxic culture and boys clubs, especially these shooter studios like the Call of Duties, right? The Activision studios. And there are a lot of people in there who want to continue to make games and have a voice in their game making, right? They love their jobs. They don't want to see that kind of culture take over what they love about video games, right? And I can not cite, but I look directly at Belinda Garcia, who's like, she just signed a contract to stay at Sledgehammer Games as like a narrative. I don't know if she's a lead or not, but she's definitely working in writing. But she's essentially like one of these women, like not literally. She's not one of them that signed with Treyarch, but like I look to her as someone who could be like that kind of voice for the Sledgehammer studio. So yeah, great to see these women making a stand. This is fantastic.
Yeah, I totally echo everything you said, Christian. The other thing I'll say is like this only helps the cause and getting Activision to actually start to listen. And I hope that more studios within Activision do this kind of thing, because that will force their hand at some point to make changes and you know, let's again start with the man at the top, Bobby. But like, if all of these Activision studios are all, you know, putting pressure on Activision and posting all of this publicly on their Twitter accounts and spreading this to all of their millions and millions of fans and followers and everything, that's only going to expedite this a little quicker. So I really hope that we continue to see pressure put on Activision by all of their studios. And I think as things don't change, I think we will see more pressure from them continue to go on them. So rightfully so, Activision has not done their part in this issue. So.
Moving on to another studio who's more some stuff came out about the studio. Really a big bummer from a Destiny fan, and I'm sorry.
Well, my heart can't take it, Ro.
I can't
Too
do
many
this anymore.
studios.
I can't. But Rebecca Valentine, awesome reporter, did some awesome reporting for this one too. Last December 10th, I believe, is when this came out, and she did a huge write-up on past and current Bungie employees. 26 right here. IGN spoke to 26 current and former employees of Bungie to create this report. And just under a week after publishing, Bungie's head of HR, Gail DeHaan, stepped down. So the report was shedding some light on some toxic work culture at Bungie, including sexism, crunch, and the HR department that protects its abusers. And as I just mentioned, after that report came out, the HR head, Gail Daunt, decided to step down. Daunt announced this to Bungie employees by email yesterday, and IGN saw said email in full. The former head of HR said she wants to do everything in my power. Wants to do everything in my power to make sure everyone who works here has a safe, welcoming, and supportive environment. End quote. In doing so, DeHaan, maybe I'm not sure if I'm saying her name correctly, said she feels Bungie's leadership team needs to move forward with people new, or rather people who haven't reportedly enabled the toxic workplace culture detailed in IGN's report, which I think is awesome that she actually decided to leave and admit that. So I think that's good. Obviously not good that she was part of the problem, but good that she was big enough to leave and also admit that she was part of the problem. But yeah, I think that's good. I know Bungie is a company that is not immune to this sort of stuff, but I do think it is a company that tries to do better as it in comparing it to the other terrible companies that are out there. Only time will tell, unfortunately, and I don't want to be defending the horrible stuff that they're going on over there. But I do like that they are trying to make changes over there, as opposed to Bobby Kotick, who is still in his position now, and so many other people that are still in their position now and not really making those changes. But I'm not sure if you guys have anything to add to this one.
Yeah, I'll say this: Bungie as a company has changed completely since, back in the day. Like in the very early stages of Bungie, they were at 100% the company that was that bro culture and like the very much that kind of mantra. And you can see that in a lot of their older like videos of like behind the scenes and that kind of stuff, like some of the words that they use and how they act. I know Marty O'Donnell has posted some stuff on his YouTube account that he thinks is like historic stuff about Bungie, but it's actually like pretty damning, because I was actually watching some of them one day because I was like, oh, this will be cool to kind of get a look back, and it kind of gives you a look behind the curtain of like how like much of a like bro culture it was back then. And it's obviously gotten a lot better now. And I think even we talked about this maybe like 2 weeks ago or something. And I think there was a report that the culture the last couple years or whatever had gotten much, much better than what it had been, like the Destiny 1 timeline and like early Destiny 2 development. So absolutely, I agree with you, Ro. I think it's definitely getting better, and they're making changes, which is something that is at least good to see.
I don't know. I'm kind of at a loss for words, because I was reading the old report that I had completely missed. I'm seeing stuff, obviously sexism, crunch, microaggressions, inequality. Like, I hate to see that, but then like to read that there's an HR department that protects abusers, like that's just
Messed up.
why. I don't understand, especially when like society does a really terrible job of really protecting abusers, protecting murderers even. Particularly in the U.S., like it is terrible to read that stuff is happening, just like not out in the public sphere as well, but like in their own jobs. Like, enough's enough.
Yeah, agreed. Don't worry, folks. We are almost to out of the tunnel here. One more heavy story, and then I promise we'll be talking about some fun video games. But it is important that we talk about this stuff, nonetheless. So the last story here I have from our video game community sucks sometimes segment is Seamus Blackley reacts to Twitch harassment. Quote, "This wasn't the future Xbox Live we envisioned," aka no shit. 2021 has spotlighted harassment on Twitch, particularly for women. Now a new clip from streamer Grenade Queen is drawing industry attention, with Xbox co-creator Seamus Blackley saying the harassment it depicts, quote, "wasn't the future for Xbox Live we envisioned." The video shows Grenade Queen being harassed as she is playing Halo Infinite, on which she comments no woman should have to deal with this if they're having one rough game against decent people. This was only part of it. So I'm not sure if you guys saw the video. I saw the video on my Twitter feed like when it came out, but I didn't watch it because I just wasn't in the mood to listen to it. I just watched it, but I didn't put the sound on. And it wasn't until today that I decided, okay, I'll listen to it. And man, good Lord, just like,
yeah,
it's so annoying. I can't imagine what it's. Oh yeah. Obviously, we all have different versions of this that we have to deal with, but it's no way the same as how a woman is treated on a video game, and it just doesn't make sense. But hopefully, with the Xbox co-creator, of like, if anybody's going to see that, that's great that he's noticing it, and hopefully changes can be made. I don't know what kind of changes, but there's like, it's just. I'll let you guys go on and talk before I continue. Christian, what do you think about this story?
Yeah, this goes back to what I was saying like a few episodes ago, and even what a few of us were saying. I think it was Sydney Goodman was talking about this at the Game Awards. I think it might have been part of the pre-show, might have been part of the actual show. I forget, but at some point during the Game Awards, they talked about this as well. Just speak out when you hear stuff like this. It really doesn't take any effort to be like, yo, like, stop. Like, this isn't okay. Because if I don't know, if no one else is gonna, like, she shouldn't have to like cover for herself as well. Like, if just call it out when that stuff is happening in a game. I don't know. I'm just getting angrier and angrier as we move forward, bro.
Yeah, thank God this is the last one. But yeah, Dan, do you have anything else?
Yeah, I saw this just today actually on my feed, and it's pretty disgusting to be honest. It's the thing that you just don't want to see at all in video games, but unfortunately it happens all the time, and it's something that needs to change. And like, first off, if you do this, fuck you. Like, you're a complete asshole. Get the fuck out of here. But like, more importantly, like, there's so much issue right now with, you know, mental health and people who struggle with everyday life. Like, you doing this is only making things harder on this person. Like, you don't know what they're going through behind the scenes. Like, you don't know what's happening in their life. Just because they have a bad game in a Halo multiplayer match, like, get out of here. Like, don't freaking do this. This is ridiculous. And I even saw in a follow-up tweet she had posted that the people who were antagonizing her sent her a message and said, this is an apology from us for yesterday. We took it too far, and we are very sorry for that you were hurt by our words. We do feel bad, and best of luck to you in life. It's like, that's not sincere whatsoever. No. When you're saying the things that they were saying in the game. Like, no, don't even fucking do it.
We're sorry our words hurt you.
Right. Like, you know that it's hurting the person. Like, don't do that. But to have like a little bit of a positive spin on this, there is a really great women's group that is kind of has banded together. This was before this happened. This was well before this happened last year. But they started their own Discord called, I think, the Women of Halo. And there's a whole bunch of women that are in this Discord group that just basically support each other and play Halo together. And I think it's great. So if anyone out there is, you know, a woman looking to get into Halo or wants to chat amongst other fans, there we go. You got a place, which is fantastic for people to, you know, like-minded people to be together. Which I also saw a bunch of people criticizing those people for having their own group that's excluded only to women. It's like that's done purposefully because they don't want to be, you know, constantly antagonized by the greater population that are a bunch of assholes. That's why they want to create that, and they want to form this group that makes positive change in the industry and like makes women more represented in Halo, for instance. So yeah,
that rocks.
That does rock.
You know what, to Dan's point, because he did like a small call to action just by saying the words F you. That really inspired me to say something, you know, as well. Okay. Games are an escape. They're a place to have fun. They're a place to enjoy like time with your friends or by yourself, right? Or with strangers even, right? They're a place for us to connect. If you're gonna come in and be sexist, misogynistic, racist, etc., whatever, we don't want you. Go somewhere else, because that shit doesn't fly with us. That shit doesn't fly here.
Yeah, agreed. And the thing that I was going to say before I let you guys talk, because I didn't want to go on and start rambling, is that every time this discussion comes up, there's always one person or many people in the comments like, but free speech, man, like you could say whatever you want. And then I just don't understand that, you know, freedom of speech doesn't mean freedom of consequence. And I say that every single time. You could say whatever the heck you want, but if you're going to get in trouble for you should, clearly they're not, but you should get in trouble for the things that you decide to say. And anywhere else it happens, if you're out in public and you're saying horrible crap, somebody's going to tell you off, or you're going to get kicked out of somewhere. Like, you can't go around saying this stuff, and it's just so easy to say it on the internet. So like Christian and Dan said, call it out. We don't want you around if you're going to be like that. But yeah, it is. I wish there was a better, easier way to fix this issue, because it just keeps happening. And as Seamus says, it's gone from bad to pure evil over the last two. Not Seamus, Blakely, sorry, from Axios. It's gone from bad to just pure evil in the last 2 decades, and which I unfortunately have to agree with. Just keeps getting worse. But
unfortunately too, like when I hear this stuff and I'm playing Halo, like I think I've told the story before on Master Chief Collection where people have said choice words about, you know, bad things that they shouldn't be saying, and I turn on my mic and I just fucking go off on them. And I probably shouldn't do that, and I sometimes get way too heated and my blood pressure goes to 1,000,000. when I hear that coming through my speakers, because 9 times out of 10 I don't use headphones, I use my surround sound, and when I hear that coming through my speakers, I'm just like, it pisses me off so badly. Like,
I get it. I remember once I was in a game of Valorant, and that somebody else on the team was being an asshole to someone in our group, just for their gender, and I don't think it was the right call for me to go off on them, but there like must have been like some kind of other option I could have done. But yeah, I totally get it.
Yeah.
Well, we made it, guys. It's time to talk about some video games. So the first story we have here is Endwalker is so popular that Square Enix was like, whoa, slow down, guys. We don't have enough servers for this, so they had to stop selling it. So I'm not sure if it's back up. I assume it's back up for sale now. But last week, Square Enix had to temporarily suspend sales for Final Fantasy XIV because of the tremendous success of the latest expansion, Endwalker. Writing on the Final Fantasy XIV website, producer and director Naoki Yoshida explained that the sheer amount of people playing Endwalker has far exceeded Square's server capacity. In order to try and alleviate the long wait times for players logging in, the company has decided to stop selling for Final Fantasy XIV to new players to temporarily stem the tide of incoming server traffic. Holy moly. How far has this game come since it first came out that they had to stop selling it because it got so popular? What did you guys think about hearing this?
Every time they have a new expansion, my friend Islam quote tweets their promos on Twitter, being like, "Stop tweeting about this. I want to play." Whenever they have a new expansion, he can't play because servers are always down because everyone's trying to queue up and log in. So yeah, absolutely insane. And then that just speaks to like their quality of their writing team that they're getting in there, that are creating like these like amazing like quests and DLC, not DLC, expansions to that game. I hear nothing but great things. Final Fantasy IV, like it's an MMO. It's just not for me. But for the people that are into it, I just hear like nothing but like the best of the best. So that's awesome.
Honestly, I follow the wrong crowd for this game because I'm not a Final Fantasy fan, and I didn't even know until we were at the Game Awards, and I think this won Best Ongoing Game or whatever, and I was like, wow, people actually play that? I don't even. But yeah, it's a lot bigger than I realized because I'm not a Final Fantasy fan, and I'm not really an MMO fan either. To your point as well, but.
Apparently too many people were playing it.
Yes.
They have a Nier Automata quest that's really cool.
Heck yeah. Moving on to the next story. Telltale Games shares end-of-year update and 2022 plans. Telltale, the studio behind The Wolf Among Us and several other choice-driven narrative titles, has released an end-of-year update announcing some of its plans for 2022 and beyond. It reads, Telltale is back at the end of 2020 or 2019. Wait, am I reading the right thing? Sounds like an old thing. Okay, no, I'm reading the right thing. Sorry. At the end of 2019, we announced to the world that we were back under new management and a whole new studio. We're doing things different this time. I'm going to skip down to a little bit lower. What now? We're excited for what comes next. We announced partnering with Deck 9 Games for The Expanse, a Telltale series, which was announced at the Game Awards.
Wait.
Yeah.
They partner with Deck 9 for The Expanse?
That I did not know. Yeah, that's news to me too. That must be why it looks so nice.
I remember their logo at the end of the trailer, but I didn't know that it was like a big deal. Yeah. Wait, are they the creators of Life is Strange?
They are. Well, they did
True Colors and Before the Storm, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So that's awesome.
Listen, I am manifesting right now the meme of Leo saying, "You had my curiosity, but now you've got my attention."
You got to watch the series now, Christian.
Yeah, we'll see.
Just kidding. We'll have some more to share about our games and the studio in the next issue of the Game Informer 342. Then hang in for early next year where we can go deeper into things. The Wolf Among Us 2, baby. Let's go. It's been 2 years. Yes. It's been 2 years since we first signed Telltale's Rebirth. We've done so much in that time, and we have so much more ahead of us. We'll continue sharing what news we can. when we can. Most important, thank you so much for your support while we build a studio and create new games. I'm so happy that they're still kicking. I remember when they announced their closure, I was bummed, very sad. So I'm glad that they're back in a different capacity, obviously, but still excited that they're still making games.
I'm happy they're getting support from other teams because back in the day, because I can say that because Telltale feels like they've been around for a while, like a hot minute now. Like their biggest issue was that their engine was just outdated after a long, like because they were still using the old engine for like years.
Yeah.
And by the time the Batman Telltale series came out, like it was playable, but like the bugs were hilarious. It was like Assassin's Creed levels of like bugs, where the people were just like had their heads backwards for whatever reason. So cool to see them coming back under new management. Cool to see them getting support. Like I'm excited for the return, and I have never beaten The Wolf Among Us, but I really want to because everyone I know is like really, really into it. And so, I'm going to try to play that before season 2 comes out.
Heck yeah. Oh, you'll have so much time. That game is...
I'm sure.
I'm so sad. But yes, you should definitely play that.
And they are using Unreal Engine for their new games, so they're ditching their old piece of crap engine. So that is good news there. But Ro, my question to you is: does this make you excited having Deck 9 working on this Expanse series? Does that pique your interest on the Expanse?
No.
Oh.
No, not at all. No. I do want to watch it. Going off about it, so I do want to take it in, but it didn't. I think it just. I'm glad that's going to be a higher quality for if I do decide to go into it. But yeah, I'm not any more excited than I was when I first saw it.
Well, shit. I thought that didn't go where I thought it was going to go. Never mind.
Wait, I'm sorry. Does Ro not like The Expanse? Have you tried watching?
I just haven't watched it yet. Yeah.
Let's get in a party chat, hang out, eat some chips and watch the show together.
Yes. Okay. It's amazing.
Moving on to the next story, another series that I have no interest in, Ghostbusters. The release of Ghostbusters Afterlife has put the paranormal comedy series back in the spotlight, and increased interest means we are also getting a new video game with actor Ernie Hudson now backing up previous reports. Hudson, as you all know, plays a role as Winston Zeddemore? Is that correct? In the movie theaters. And he's been speaking on the Countdown City Geeks YouTube channel about the upcoming game. He says, I got an email because we're doing another video game. They're scheduling it now and that's not good. They're scheduling it now to do the recording, and I'm not too sure who going to do it. I know me and Dan Aykroyd, I think. I'm not sure about Bill Murray will do anything on it. So there will be another video game. When they'll bring it out, I don't know, but it's definitely happening. All right, Hudson. All right.
So there's definitely maybe a Ghostbusters game.
It definitely sounds like he obviously shouldn't have said anything about it. But
exactly.
But yeah, I know me and Christian aren't huge Ghostbusters fans, but Danner, are you a Ghostbusters fan? A little bit at all?
I like the song.
Yeah.
Ghostbusters.
Bustin' makes me feel good.
Yeah.
That's a lyric.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I thought that was a. Never mind.
Look, and all credit to the 2009 video game. The opening sequence in the library that you get to play through might be better than the movie.
Wow.
Might be better than the movie. I mean, it's not, but I enjoyed the game a little bit. Would I play a new one? I don't know.
Yeah, I think that would have been my question if you guys would be. Well, obviously me and Christian won't be, but if Dan was a Ghostbusters fan, would he be interested in it? But I guess we're all kind of either no or meh right now.
It depends on the studio. If From Software announces they're doing a Ghostbusters game.
If Naughty Dog is making a Ghostbusters game, I'm in.
Ilphonic, the creators of Friday the 13th and Predator Hunting Grounds, is the
I wouldn't do it.
studio.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know how that would work for a Ghostbusters game. I guess you'd have one person as a Ghostbuster and the other people as ghosts. Like, I don't know. I don't know.
That just sounds like nothing I want to play. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
Interest you.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna literally just say the last story out loud. It's not really a big one. Kind of stuff that's going on right now. Intel CEO believes the ongoing chip shortage could last until 2023. So what I wrote here is that it's probably going to be until 2023. That's when I'm getting my PS5 probably. So it's super upsetting. Something that's obviously been plaguing us because of COVID-19 as well, has to do with it as well. But man, it's a real bummer that we're a year in, almost 2 years in since the consoles launched, and it's still so hard to get one. So sucks that it's going to be at least another year.
Yeah, I think there's a huge Samsung plant that's being built in the U.S. and it's supposed to be completed next year. That's supposed to supply a ton of semiconductors that is supposedly going to alleviate the shortages. So, yeah, 2023 is probably a safe bet.
Conductor.
Yeah.
I hardly know her.
Choo choo. All right, we've made it. We got through some heavy stories and some nice little tidbits at the end there. But now I want to know what you got for me. Daniel, what you got for me?
Well, I know I promised Guardians of the Galaxy last week. Well, I didn't have time to get to it. But on the holiday break, I plan on killing it. Nice. I've been playing Halo Infinite still. I will say Saturday night, me, Ro, Gage, and Gage's friend, we were all playing Halo Infinite, and we were like, man, we were sending stuff in the podcast chat, and Christian's just like, what the hell's going on? And then we sent the invite to Christian, and, Christian was like, I don't do Halo.
I didn't say what the hell is going on.
I
responded with a picture of someone from Tinder.
I know.
Yeah.
I was telling everyone, I was like, Christian's going to think we're like crazy right now, sending these random pictures in the chat.
He immediately adapted. He knew what was going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was excellent.
I'm sorry. I have to clarify. I didn't send a picture of a stranger on Tinder. Like somebody posted, like they had a picture of Shrek and Fiona.
Yeah.
So I sent that.
Yeah.
Because Jan thought Shrek was a species and not a name.
I know. That bothered me.
What did I say? Girl Shrek? I forgot her name.
Yeah. Shrek and Lady Shrek. Like,
Fiona.
what?
Yeah. Fiona. I forgot her name. But no, yes, that was so much fun. Played till like 5 o'clock in the morning, which ended up being a horrible idea because I got like the next day I slept till 2 p.m. and then work Monday morning was awful. Getting up for that. Yeah. But no, it was so much fun. We played a ton of custom games, wacky games like hammers and swords. And I do believe, I almost said Christian, I do believe Ro and I destroyed Gage and his friend every single match.
Was it because Dan was on my team? Maybe. But I think I held my own.
It was a team effort, and you held your own absolutely. And
Thank you.
And Gage isn't here to make up lies about
Exactly.
Oh, this happened. Now Ro knows the truth that I am actually the superior player to Gage.
Oh.
Boom.
Oh. I won't say anything.
What do you mean you won't say anything? You were my teammate. Come on.
I'm sorry.
Remember like a month ago when Dan was going negative in every Halo game during the beta?
What?
Christian remembers.
I don't remember that at all.
I cannot confirm or deny these allegations. But moving on. Rashan, what you got for me? Well, I'm glad you asked, Rashan. I am playing It Takes Two. I started playing. This is a game that I wanted to play for such a long time. As soon as it came out, I got Game of the Year. It's like, I gotta play this. So I'm like, I begged my sister, hey, you want to play a video game with me? Fine, what game? It Takes Two, and now she loves it. Now she's begging me to play it when I'm not playing it. It's a fun game. It's a fun time. Obviously, there's some issues with some of the characters that are in there. I can definitely see where those issues lie, but I do overall enjoy the story quite a bit, and the gameplay overall is super fun. I love the coordination that we have to do and the yelling at each other, but it is overall a really fun game. And the mini games, the competitive mini games they have scattered around throughout different levels is really cool. So I can definitely see why I got Game of the Year, because really fun game.
Bro, you could have called me up too. I haven't finished. It
Dude,
takes two.
Oh,
I'm hurt as well because
I'm
I begged
sorry.
everyone. I was on Twitter being vocal about this for the entire year, being
I'm
like,
the
"Who wants to
worst.
play It Takes Two?" And then Rose like, "Oh, I guess I'll go play with my sister."
My sister.
I get it, she's family, but come on, I thought we're co-hosts. We're more than
you guys
family.
are family
Yeah.
too. I'm so sorry.
I-
So it's just been so long since it came out that I was like, I'm sure these guys have beat it by now.
Nope.
That I just didn't even think.
Nope. It Takes Two, Rose.
Yes, It Takes Two.
I'm one.
Why didn't you guys play together? Why didn't you and Dan play?
That's
good.
All right, well, that's true. We can. Well, the problem is we're on different platforms too. That's the other
true.
problem.
Okay.
Because I'm sure are you playing it on Game Pass?
I'm playing on Game Pass, yes.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
It's on Game Pass?
yes,
It is.
because it's in EA Access and that's included
Oh,
with Game
right.
Pass Ultimate. But no, I started that game and got like maybe halfway through the game with my girlfriend, and then we broke up, and I was like, well, how am I gonna finish It Takes Two now?
She should have kept playing the game. Isn't it about like two couple, like a couple, like
That's true. That's a good point, actually. Yeah, why don't you
babe,
take
no,
that
come
up
back.
with her,
See this
though?
through.
Take that up with her, which I haven't spoken to her since then, so,
Dang,
Takes Two.
sorry, man.
yeah.
Single
Christian.
life.
Christian, what you got for us?
Listen, everybody was off playing their little silly little shooters, their little space marine. I don't even know. You know what I'm talking about? Their halos, being like, "Ooh, look at me! I'm having so much fun." Christian, where are you? It'd be so fun if you were here. And like, look, I'm suffering and crying through one of the best games of the PS3 era. Just trudging along Dark Souls, hating my life but loving every single second of it. And I finally beat it today, this afternoon. I played through the DLC, went back and defeated the final boss. Let me tell you, is the game outdated? Yes. It's still a masterpiece? Absolutely. 9 out of 10. Thank you, Miyazaki. I move on to Dark Souls 3 and Bloodborne: The Old Hunters before Elden Ring.
Wow.
It's almost
That's a lot of preparing to die.
Oh yeah, I will die a lot. I found a death counter that I can put like a script into my OBS, so I will be doing a death counter from now on. Very
Wow.
excited. Please be excited.
excited. Please clap. All right. Moving in to the topic of the show, upcoming 2022 games we're excited for. So I thought this would be a fun one to do. I said maybe 3 or 4 2022 games that you're excited for. Go into as much detail as you like. Want to gush about it, or just say like I'm excited for this game, or just talk our ears off if you want. What are you going to say, Christian? Sorry.
I have 15. I'm so.
That's good. That's okay. That's okay. 3 to 4 was just like, if Gage was here, that's why I wanted it to be a little bit shorter. But since it's just the 3 of us, you could just bounce around. I'm sure there's games on your list that I'm excited for too.
Yeah.
And just keep going down.
Yeah. So 5 I'll mention, and then if you guys talk about it, I'll cross it off, and the rest I'll just mention at the end, like kind of quickly.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay.
All right. With that, Christian, do you want to start us off then?
Yes, because I don't see it on either of you guys' lists. I'm gonna start with an indie that I'm been really looking forward to, which is Sifu.
I knew it.
Yeah.
It looks so
Instead of second,
good.
yeah. I mean, tons of previews have been coming out. It looks fantastic. I love. If you guys have played Absolver, like that game just felt so good to play. It was really challenging though, so I'm looking forward to just that same kind of challenging experience and that same like fluid combat, but with like a very cool narrative and just like a cool mechanic of when you lose, you age and you come back. So can't wait for Sifu. February 8th.
It was getting some really good previews. I remember a couple weeks ago, and I was excited for it, but I wasn't super excited for it because I thought it was only PS5. But then I found out that it's on PC as well. So I'm like, heck yeah, let's go. I'm definitely going to pick this up when it comes out as well. Dan, what you got for us? What is your most anticipated game, or one of?
I definitely echo Sifu though. That gameplay, it looks really cool. But my first one is, of course, Breath of the Wild 2, which the original Breath of the Wild, my goodness, I've spent by far my most played Switch game. It's not even close, over 100 hours, I think. I don't remember the exact number, but it was a lot of hours. And I am just excited to get back in that world and just traverse everything again, and more dungeons, and I want it all. I want it all. I want it.
Oh my god.
What
Yes.
when are we gonna get more on it? Like, that's what I want to know. When is Nintendo gonna show us? Summer. Okay.
Summer. Oh man, that's
Spring,
so far away.
So far away.
Oh, I'm so sad. I want it now.
And also,
I want it now.
how are we gonna get more information in summer if it's gonna release in February next to Horizon?
Right. Horizon, yeah. So true. So true. Every time somebody says Breath of the Wild sequel, I get chills. I get so excited just thinking about it. I can't wait for that game. Oh my god.
Available now.
And like the base of it is already so good. So like, what are they gonna add to it to make it even better? It's so good.
Yeah. So
Do you guys
excited.
buy into the theory, real quick before we move on, about that character not being Link that you're playing as?
Possibly.
I hope so. That would be cool.
That'd be
That'd
interesting.
be cool. Yeah.
It would be a cool twist.
I don't want to say what character just in case
Yeah.
others don't know.
But one of my most anticipated games of 2022 is Kirby and the Forgotten Land, which brings Kirby into an open world setting, and I think for the first time, well, since Kirby Air Ride, of course, a 3D setting, which is heck yeah, so awesome. Some of my favorite Kirby, well, all Kirby games are 2D, anyways, or side scrolling. But yeah, I have a really long history with Kirby. Love that franchise. I know they're not the most challenging games, but I always have a fun time playing them regardless. So adopting like a Mario Odyssey sort of open world style, I'm very excited to give a shot. And it looks just super cute. Like, I love the animations and the big, huge enemies that you have Kirby facing. Maybe nostalgia plays a huge role in this, but I think it's really cool deciding to do something a little bit different with Kirby. So definitely excited for Kirby and the Forgotten Land releasing. We don't have a date for it yet, but next year, 2022.
Did you ever play the DS games where he's like a ball and you have to roll?
Oh,
You draw
Canvas
like
Curse,
the
I think it was
pad?
called.
Yeah, there was like
Curse?
2 or 3
Yeah.
of them, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, but
I played Canvas Curse, but I don't know if I played the other one. Yeah, so good. The DS games were awesome. I played Squeak Squad, was one of my favorites as well on the DS. Yeah, some really good ones. Christian, what's your second one?
Yeah, I'm going based on the calendar. I'm gonna skip one because I see it on someone else's list, so I'll let them talk about it. I probably have to end up skipping it because a week later, God has blessed us. God Himself has come down and said, "Listen, you finally get Elden Ring on February 25th." And man, you guys know me. Can't get enough of these Souls games. I'm looking so much to this game. This is my Breath of the Wild too, even though I'm also looking forward to Breath of the Wild too.
Yeah.
So yeah, Elden Ring, gonna be good.
We'll be reunited with Pot Friend.
Oh man,
Yeah.
yes! I can't wait till I see him out in the wild. Oh,
Just got even more excited.
Also, Elden Ring is like the only game that's ever won most anticipated game like 3 years in a row, I think.
Right.
Is it 2 years or 3?
I think it's 2.
Is it 2? Okay. I was
Yeah.
like, it's insane how that game keeps winning,
For a reason.
most
Dan.
anticipated game, but yeah.
Mm.
True.
I will be the bloody wolf. Sorry. Okay, I'm done.
No, you're good. The bloody wolf.
It's a class.
Okay. All right.
I'll take your word for it.
I'll be the white wolf. Is that a class?
No, I'll take
That
it.
is Bucky.
That is Bucky. Thank you. Yes, I was hoping someone would get that. Woo!
I did.
All right. My next one is Horizon Forbidden West, of course. Very excited about that game. It looks insane. And that Game Awards trailer got me even more excited. The fucking snake that is like
Snake.
that looks so cool.
I can't wait to fight that thing.
Yes.
Oh my
And
God.
like that's the craziest part about the first game was like finding different ways to take down these electronic dinosaurs, whatever you want to call them, robots. And it was just so cool to like get all your tools. Like the end of that game was like the best experience because you had all these different tool sets. You had like the line charge thing that you could electrify, and then they step into it and they get stunned and everything. Like, I hope they don't do like a Batman Arkham type thing and say, nope, we're taking all these tools away. I hope you start with that, and then like you start with everything and then you get more things. I just want it all. I want it all. I want to just enjoy the sandbox. Because like that was my biggest complaint about the first game, was that it wasn't, the best experience was at the end of the game when you had everything unlocked. Like, I want that all the time. Like, give me all the tools.
Right. Yeah. That would be awesome if they did that. Yes, definitely. Halo is awesome. Yeah, Horizon is such a fun game. I'm excited for this game too, but again, when will I be able to play it? I don't know. Is it on PS4 too? Or is it? It is.
I believe it's also on PS4.
Okay, never mind. I will be able to play it. Not in its best quality, but at least I'll be able to play it. Yeah, definitely excited for Forbidden West as well. Yes. So my next one is, of course, very on brand for me. Destiny 2, Witch Queen, February 22nd. Anytime there's a huge expansion, I will be there. I've been taking a break from Destiny though. It's been a hot minute since I've played it. I did play the little anniversary stuff that they did, but that didn't last very long for me. Despite me being very high on it, I do think that the event was really cool. I just didn't stick around for very long. But I'm definitely going to be playing the expansion. It looks awesome. The story stuff that we're getting with the Hive stealing the light from us, or not stealing it, but adopting the light techniques from us, looks really cool. They're getting their own ghosts, so it's going to be interesting to see how Guardians deal with that new enemy. But yeah, definitely excited for Witch Queen in the new year.
I have a friend who's into Horizon, Souls games, and Destiny. He has no idea what he's going to do in February.
Yikes. I don't envy him. All right, Christian, what is your next one? Yes, sir.
Yes. I'm going to throw out my first shout out here to Gran Turismo 7. Those are great like meditation games for me. I just love sim racers. The best one is obviously on PlayStation.
What?
I knew Dan. Excuse me. For Dan to say something. But my actual pick here is another March game, which is Tunic, that I can't wait for. Like isometric 2D Zelda-like dungeon crawler where you play as a fox. And there was a recent trailer that came out during the pre-show of the Game Awards. It looks absolutely fantastic. So I can't wait for it. Just a few more months away.
Yes.
Yeah,
it looks great.
They've had a couple demos for it too. I don't know if it was on Steam as well, but it's super cool. Super cool game.
Yeah.
Definitely looking forward to that one as well. Sorry, Dan, go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Witch Queen as well, for me to dive into Destiny for like 2 minutes and then go back to other. I love Destiny, but it's just like the time sink it takes.
Time sink, yeah.
But anywho, my next one is God of War Ragnarok. What am I, a PlayStation fanboy now? What the heck? God of War. Here's the thing.
Hope it happens 2022.
Yes, I agree. I hope it doesn't go
Get delayed
to 2023, but it could be. Yeah, anyways, God of War 2018, was it? I absolutely love that game, but it took me a while to actually love it. Like, I think I played the first couple of chapters and then I got pulled away to something else. I can't remember what it was, but I pulled away for like multiple months, and then I came back to God of War and I was like, my God, this is incredible. Like, this is such a great experience. And this is from someone who never played like the original trilogy of God of War games. I played a little bit of 3, but not much. So like coming into this experience, I was like, this is a perfect entry point, and it is absolutely phenomenal. The storytelling, of course, Atreus is a fantastic character, his son. And there's just so much mind-melding things happening on screen. Like, the visuals are incredible for PlayStation 4. Absolutely amazing. So yeah, I'm excited to see them step that up even more with Ragnarok and see where they go. See where we can lead us.
Definitely. Oh my gosh. Yeah, God of War is awesome. So, and I'm the same way, where I was introduced to the series through that game. And still, they managed to make me care about Kratos. So, like, when they introduced the blades later on, that still hit for me for some reason, even though I have no history with that character. They did such a good job with that game. So I can't wait for part 2. Yes. All right. Is it my turn?
I think it's you, yeah.
Okay. I'm totally lost now. Okay. So my next one is Oxenfree 2. Oxenfree, the original, is one of my favorite indie games by Night School. One of my favorite indie games developed by Night School. But yes, it's such a great, creepy game, but it's a narrative game. And I'm excited to see where they take it with the sequel. Obviously, it's following different characters, but it's set near the same island as the first one. So there's obviously going to be some mystery and some spooky stuff still going on. It looks like there's going to be a more investigative stuff this time, like the people are on the island for the purpose to figure out what's going on there. So I'm definitely interested to see how they take it. But yeah, Oxenfree is a great game, and it's every time it's on sale, guys. I urge you to buy it and try it out because it's been on sale for like 99 cents sometimes. That is totally worth it. So you should definitely give it a shot. I think I'm not sure if it's a Game Pass game. I think
the original. Yeah, I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. Actually, I might be speaking out of my butt right now. I think I just because I own it on Xbox, I assume Game Pass game, but I have it on everywhere that I can, I think. But yeah, Oxenfree 2, so excited. Still no date on that either. But yeah, super pumped.
And that's coming to everything except Xbox. I was like, what the hell?
Of course.
I love
it's not console?
It's on PS4 and PS5, but not. And Switch, actually. But not.
Wow.
Yeah, because I actually originally played it on Xbox as well, and I love that game. It's fantastic. I got to figure out where I'm going to play it. Maybe PS5.
Okay, Oxenfree not on Game Pass currently. Just looked it up. Okay. Back to me?
Yes, sir.
I have a little game by Square Enix here launching in May 24th, that I desperately want to be good. Although last week there was a very interesting article that was very weird. I don't know how I feel about the writing of this character now, but like let's hope it's good. Otherwise, lore building by Gary Whitta. Can't wait. Yeah, I'm talking about Forspoken. I definitely want that game because the traversal looks fantastic. The many different powers that she has, I think, are really cool. The fact that it's basically an isekai, and if you don't know what isekai is, it's someone that's plucked from real life, taken into like a fantasy setting. And the writing from the original trailers really reflects that, and that has me excited because I really haven't experienced anything like that in a video game format. So, yeah, Forspoken. I really want you to be good. Fingers crossed. Can't wait for it.
I think Amy Hennig helped write that as well with Gary Whitta.
Yes.
Both very good. Very good.
Mm-hmm.
Is it my turn?
Yes, sir.
Final one that I have is Starfield. There we go. There's an Xbox exclusive. Very excited for Starfield. I'm a huge fan of Fallout, the Fallout series from Bethesda, and I am a fan of Elder Scrolls. I wouldn't say I'm the biggest fan of Elder Scrolls. I prefer Fallout. So I'm just super excited to see what Starfield is and enjoy it. And please don't make it an online connected thing like Fallout 76 is. But obviously Fallout 76 was made by a different subsidiary of Bethesda. It wasn't made by Todd Howard's team. So I'm just excited to see what Todd and his team is cooking up. And obviously our first trailer we got of it was very minimal. We just got to basically in-engine look at everything, and I just want to play Starfield. I just want to see what it is. I want to enjoy it and gallivant around space. I don't know.
If I can insert something here for a second.
Yeah.
I remembered that PlayStation was running a holiday sale running until January 19th, and indeed, Oxenfree is on sale for 99 cents.
Wow.
There we go. Yep.
So I'm buying it right now.
Yes.
Yeah. Awesome. So good, dude. I hope you enjoy it.
It is great. It is fantastic. I think, yes. Is that on PlayStation that you said, or Steam?
PlayStation.
Because I think Steam has their big Steam sale right now as well.
They're having their winter sale too. I wonder if Oxenfree's on sale.
Could be.
But yeah, Steam is also having their sale as well. I'm glad that it's going on until January 5th, I think. Because I'm waiting to get paid before I do anything crazy. But yeah.
Dude, my credit card bill?
Yeah, it's that time of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, Oxenfree is on sale right now for $114 Steam.
Nice.
So yeah, anywhere that you want to get it, you can get it for dirt cheap. So that's awesome. But moving on to my final one, Sonic Frontiers, baby. Heck yeah. I'm just so excited for all these open world games. Kirby and Breath of the Wild, Sonic Frontiers. So I'm just so excited to see what they can do with Sonic in an open world format. So many people have done this on a fan base sort of level. Like fans have made their own sort of prototypes, and they've always been so cool. So I'm excited to see what Sega can actually do with that idea. The trailers have been really cool. The teaser that we got at the Game Awards definitely filled me with a little bit more excitement. We won't know until the actual gameplay trailer releases and we get our hands on it, but I'm definitely hopeful. Sonic history has definitely been up and down with their games. Sonic Mania was obviously a hit, but it's been a while since we've had a 3D one. I think the last one was Forces was the last 3D one, and that was not super good. So here's hoping they can course correct and deliver a really good one with Sonic Frontiers, because I'm definitely excited to see what they can pull off with this. Seems like super fun. Yeah.
2022, the year of Sonic.
Yes. Yeah, Sonic 2 comes out next year too.
I'd love it.
Maybe Sonic Prime, the Netflix show, also comes out, I think.
Oh.
Heck yeah, I'm down. Let's go.
Okay.
All right.
Is that back to me now?
Yes, sir.
I have one big pick that I'll throw out, and then I have.
Ooh. Wait, we should guess. We should try to guess what it is. Is it like a AAA game?
Yes.
Okay.
Is it by a studio that is associated with the word sleep?
With the word sleep?
Like Insomniac?
Oh.
No.
No? Okay, darn it. Okay.
Oh my god.
Right? I can't believe none of us picked that game.
Wait, what game?
Is
That's
Wolverine
not next year, is it? That's 2023.
I think it is.
That's 2023.
Spider-Man's 2023.
I think Wolverine's further out than Spider-Man, isn't it?
That's farther out than Spider-Man.
Okay, then never mind. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good.
I thought it was 2022.
Hold on. Now you got me. When is Spider-Man 2 scheduled for? Is that 2023 for sure?
I think
it is
so.
2023.
Yeah. I think I thought Wolverine was after Spider-Man though.
You're probably
right.
I
think I remember that being the case.
Okay.
Yeah, Wolverine does not have a date. My bad.
Oh, you're good.
My bad. Okay, but
so
still.
It is not Wolverine.
It's not Wolverine.
Is it a exclusive?
No.
Oh. I don't know. I give up.
I give you a hint. It revolves around an engineer.
Dead Space remake?
Yes, there we go.
Dead Space remake is currently slated for 2022.
I forgot.
I don't know. I don't know if it'll happen, but I would absolutely love it because Dead Space 1 bangs so hard. That game is so good that I'm so excited for the remake. If that happens, oh man. It'd be such a great year for video games 2022 if this happened. For sure.
That is a great pick. I forgot about that.
Do I have space to give 3 shout-outs here?
Yeah.
Please. Yes.
Shout-out number 1. I still need to play the sequel, the second one. But I will before the third one, which is, of course, Mommy, Bayonetta 3. Can't wait.
Yes.
I'm going to throw in Goodbye Volcano High, which there's a trailer for that during the PS5, not release. I think it was before the release even.
Yeah.
Anyway, happened 2 years ago. Very much up my alley. Dinosaurs, just in high school, where they go extinct. Yeah, totally. Open Roads, small indie you may have heard about. I get this one and Season confused a lot, but Season is also another one that I'm looking forward to. That's the one with the woman who's on the bike. It looks very Ghibli-esque. She's painting and stuff in the environment. That looks very good. And of course, the Xbox game that I'm really looking forward to, Somerville.
Oh man, that looks so good. That looks so good. Well, guys, we've made it to the end of our podcast. Oh, my dad in the chat says, I know Kirby. He used to live on his DS. So true. So true.
Amazing.
Thank
Didn't
you.
we all?
Yes, I know. Kirby was my boy. Oh my god. He is my boy. That never changed. Thank you again to everyone for joining us live on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter, as well as podcast services everywhere, including Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, SoundCloud, Spotify, and Stitcher. Thank you, Christian. Thank you, Dan. And thank you, everyone watching. I am Roshan, and later will be greater. See ya.
Much love.
And watch The Matrix.